Hi, welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. I'm going to laugh at myself right here because it's not tomorrow. So, hi, welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion, and I am the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name. It's where my people get their identity, nationality, heritage, and calling as priests. Now, today, we're talking part 3, chapter 16 of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which is chapter 13 of the Book of Zion. It's called Woe to Them. This is the second part of the dissertation. And as I told you last time, we're beginning with Isaiah 5:20, which is Zion 13:10. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Isaiah 5:20 points out the reversed sense of morality this society believes in. Those who call evil good and good evil are people who go to religious services but then spend their entire lives doing ungodly things in the name of work. They believe that they are justified in all that they do, no matter how selfish and harmful it is. They do evil and call it good. These people live in darkness. Their souls produce dark energy because their thoughts are selfish and prideful. They think that they are good people who are blessed, but they do and think that which is negative. They dwell on sin and blame others for their evil deeds. They think they are souls that are pure and light, but they do and create that which is dark and harmful. These people put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. This is talking about the poison that we call food. The bitter is the chemical preservatives they use to prolong the shelf life of our so-called food. The sweet is the overuse of sweeteners to overcome the bitter taste of the chemicals. This food they sell us is truly killing us. Bitter death in a box, sweetened to hide the poison. Proverbs 21:7, Zion 13:11. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them, because they refuse to do judgment. Proverbs 21:7 says that this straightforward verse, the robbery of the wicked shall destroy them, because they refuse to do judgment. The robbery refers to, of course, the theft by the unlawful taking, which is what the government does with taxes and the war on drugs. There is no justice in this world. 1% of the people have everything, while the rest either enjoy less or struggle to survive. The elite hold power over the money that fuels this society. No one here can survive without it. Those who have it are heartless to those that need it. Money is the soulless god of this society. Isaiah 5:21-23, Zion 13:12-14. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes, and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Isaiah tells us that those people who believe that they are wise and prudent, who create this society following the desires of their hearts, believe that they and this society are doing well, and they're in big trouble. They are fools who have destroyed themselves. These people drink alcohol, a man-made substance. They get drunk. Then they say that drug users are worthy of prison. These people are hypocrites. They wallow in a drunken stupor while they condemn the righteous for getting high, another form of drunk. They take away our high, but they enjoy their legal drunk. Isaiah 10, 1 to 4, Zion 13, 15 to 18. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievousnesses which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right of the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And what will you do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation that shall come from afar? And to whom will you flee for help? And where will you leave your glory? Without me they shall bow down under the prisoners, and they shall fall under the slain. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. Isaiah in this in 1 to 4 is a very telling unrighteous Isaiah 10, 1 to 4. This is a very telling passage. Unrighteous decrees are laws against drugs. Our Constitution is based on the Bill of Rights. The drug laws violate three of these rights protected: privacy, the right to self-determination, and to the pursuit of happiness, pure and simple. The laws that prohibit drug use are unconstitutional. There can be no justification in the United States of America for denying a citizen the right to enjoy their freedom of choice, their own private form of happiness. I use drugs for religious purposes. Others use drugs to mask their pain. They endure daily. Others just want to have a good time. All of these reasons for drug use is protected by the Bill of Rights. There are so many reasons to use drugs. There are as many reasons as there are drug users. And just because the United States government does away with the Bill of Rights in their laws does not make it legal or binding to the lawful citizens of the United States of America. In 1939, when the drug laws were instituted against my people, the Bill of Rights was very much valid and lawful. Therefore, those laws were, at their inception and now, unconstitutional. Period. The propaganda used to incite fear and panic in the American mind was based on lies made up by the government. Reefer madness and other media hysteria was contrived to promote the false need to imprison innocent people, innocent Mexicans and blacks, minority groups, which became prey in a game called Cops versus Drug Addicts. But the game is rigged, big time, in favor of the cops. Soon, the propaganda turned on the poor white trash like me. The poor, the colored, the defenseless are the targets of the government and the cops. The war on drugs is a heinous crime against humanity. It pits loved ones and friends against each other. It takes families apart. It destroys lives. It robs the victim of everything they own. They are paraded before the public, given a mock trial that doesn't allow the victim a means of defense. They rob the victims and make them pay for the abuse. But the injustice of it all will be the undoing of the guilty. The drug users are by nature a peaceful, loving people. The hippies of the 60s protested Vietnam. My people rarely fight back when attacked by the police. We submit, but everyone has their breaking point, and we have already reached ours. The legalization of marijuana across America is a testament to that fact. All you have to do is listen to the music of the younger generations. The music talks of revolution and the return of violence on the wicked. My people are ready to stand up for ourselves. It is time to take back what America has stolen from us: our freedom, our dignity, and our right to exist. History teaches us that the oppressed always overcome the oppressor. I cannot think of a single oppression from history that didn't eventually lose out to the oppressed. The lucky ones were simply outlived. But no dictator in history has oppressed a people for very long. The oppressed always rise up and take back their freedom. The oppressive war on drugs will also come to an end. The Gray will see to that on the day of visitation, when they answer our telepathic call. The Gray will champion our cause and judge between the government and the drug users. The verdict is already in. The drug users are innocent. The government is guilty and must pay restitution. The nation of Zion will be our restitution: land and everything that goes with it, along with money and supplies gathered along the way. The Gray will establish diplomatic relationships with the nation of Zion and Israel. Our future will be secure. Restitution will be forthcoming. The only other alternative would be that of an uprising. The Testament talks about the prisoners overpowering the authorities. It could happen that way, and it would not be pretty. If the prisoners take over, then all hell will break loose. There is so much violence in that scenario. It would be much better for the Gray to intervene on behalf of the drug users. Even though the Gray will be willing to step in and resolve the issue of drug use, that doesn't mean that the Gray are at all sympathetic to the human agenda. The Gray are very angry at humanity. We have gone down a very dark, selfish path, and we deserve what we have done to ourselves. But the Gray know that some of us are worth their trouble. I'm going to stop there for today. Yeah, right. I'm going to stop there for now. And we will take up next time with Isaiah 5:8. All right? So, until next time, may the Gray watch over you, guide you, teach you, protect you. May you always be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds be good, true, and light. Stay happy and kind, my people. Remember the Gray and I love you. I'll say later now, because no, I've never